Coming to you from rugby's greatest fortress, New Zealand's national stadium, Eden Park, is the Aotearoa Rugby Pod. When you look at Jordan, when you look at Jorgensen, probably Corey Toole as well, like absolute gas. Tangitau.
Oh, yeah.
Brunner, Tangitau, the pace was incredible for that finish.
Man, I think I saw a video on Instagram maybe last year when they showed how fast he actually is. I think he got up to 38, 39 for 41 kilometres an hour.
I saw that too. He got up to 43, mate. That was on the build-up.
Yeah.
Showing, was it as an intercept against, I think it was the Tars. Unbelievable. I was like, surely that can't be right. That's ridiculous.
I can remember Rico, Jipper, he was around that 39, 38 at his top end speed. So whether that's just a bit of GST, but if that's right, but if you do look at the time, he does get ball in space, especially with that example in the build-up and then even on the weekend. And what I love about him as well is that he's strong. He's a strong finisher. He can also bump you off. He doesn't just need space in front of him. Whoever's in front of him, he can go through you, around you, and he's got a great kicking game as well. So look, I think you look at Jonah Lowe, I thought his selection at centre as well was really good. You look at that try, I think it was for the third try that they scored in the second half, his ability to be able to get the ball away. Tava Nawai's offload, which could be marginally forward, Jipper, if you are a Crusaders fan. It was possibly a little bit forward. But look, I thought the attack of when they did have their opportunities, the Highlanders, they were able to take it. They only had 6 injuries into the 22. They operated at 50%, and a lot of the tries that they did score were pretty much one attack, 1 phase, 3 phase. So they were very efficient in the opportunities they did have, which I think, for the Highlanders fans, you'd be absolutely stoked at this time of the year.
You look at Rivers Reihana, right? So it's easy to say there that he should have pressed up and shut down that time and space of Tangitau, because the Crusaders actually did a really good job to actually bring that rush defence and force an amazing pass from Tava Nawai to get Nareki on the outside. I don't know how. I think he's another one that sometimes makes it look like club footy. I don't know how he got that pass away under that pressure, but he did. But then when you look at when that back angle of Tangitau and he sort of swerves in and out, it can be easy to say, oh, Reihana should have just pushed up but that's the threat of him, because he's got that vicious right step and he can go. So he did everything right. It's just, that was just raw gas.
Yeah.
Absolutely raw pace.
Yeah.
And a big body that, it doesn't look like he's trying hard to run. It's always the fastest guys, like Usain Bolt, basically looks like he's meditating. So it was an impressive start to the opener.
Yeah, it was incredible. 43 kilometres an hour.
It has to be some GST, man.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty fast guys.
It has to be.
Yeah.
That is electric.
Yeah, because Rico, I can remember being in Blues headquarters and seeing that Rico had the fastest standing 40 and the fastest standing 10 or something. And that was faster than Joroka Thoko, faster than all these people. He is legitimately gassy, and to be that much faster is crazy.
And they've been in the same team. They've raced each other, because Reeks will not want to ever lose that. So I think Caleb got close to it once, and I think they raced for about an hour until it was defined that Reeks won. But so who knows? It must be he obviously was quick.
Yeah,
but that's you're nearly beating a car.
Yeah. So who do we think is the fastest person in Super Rugby?
Would it be Corey Toole?
If you're going anything from what we just saw, though, it could be Corey Toole, but I just don't think whether this is GST or not. 43 kilometres an hour, there's no one faster.
If that's correct, I don't think there is.
If that's correct, I would say that Tangitau would definitely be the fastest.
Corey Toole just takes off. Maybe sometimes some players
First
look
10.
fast, and it's, I don't know. I think we could be a dead heat.
Okay, so I've just looked up on my phone, and it says that Usain Bolt would run at 44 kilometres an hour.
Oh, GST.
44.
There's GST.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Sky's done an absolute beauty.
I think the fastest recorded that I know of Reeks was 39.
Right, yeah. Because Usain reached that between the 60 and 80 metre mark, and he did that in Berlin in 2009.
Let's be honest,
apparently.
he was just seeing how close they are. He probably could have got to 50.
Yeah. But I mean, back in the day, I remember seeing something the other day about how the bowling records on cricket changed when they started taking the speed out of the hand rather than the speed when it reached the batsman. And, suddenly everyone was bowling 150 clicks, and it was like, it looks a little bit better. And they reckon that they used to do Jeff Thompson, the Aussie guy who's kind of renowned as the fastest bowler ever. He used to be 160 clicks when it reached the batsman. So they're saying in modern days he might be 170.
I can't believe that. Have you seen the Wild Thing bowl? Oh, Sean Tate.
Yeah.
If you're getting quicker than that, you see that old footage. There's no way it's as quick as Sean Tate.
Show her back there and Brett Lee back in the day, the old Pindi Express.
Yeah.
Remember when Brett Lee, I know we're not a cricket podcast, but he smoked McCallum in the helmet?
Yeah, he got Adam Perori in the helmet. Helmet fell on the stumps and he got out, yeah.
Like no remorse.
No.
Just walks down the pitch, turns around, back to your mark.
It's a batsman's game. A bowler can't have remorse. The game is set up for the batsman. That's what I say. Take him out. Right, look, speaking of taking them out, Miracle Faiilagi, a few years ago, he was tall and skinny and athletic. He looks like he's put on 15 kg and he's still athletic.
I think he's faster.
Yeah?
Man, the Fijian winger, he just burnt. Like gave the old, I thought there's no way he's not getting caught.
Yeah.
And he just canted home. Like he looks like he's put on size, but it looks like he's spent a summer doing power.
Yeah.
Like there's a big difference between squatting big and lifting weights, but when you start doing the power lifts, that's when you start to see your speed just increase massively. And I feel like he's just been clean and jerking all summer.
That's
the Olympics next.
Been a good summer.
You think about the first time we did see Miracle Faiilagi, right? It was when got given an opportunity. Correct me if I'm wrong, don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure this is right. Comes from the Samoa kind of set up. Isn't really in a high performance, and it's just amazing that now he's in year 3 or year 4. Been able to be with Moana Pacifica, obviously played NPC rugby as well. So just shows the progression of his growth. And when you do get an athlete like that and you put in time and work through the years, been able to do that work through skill set, SNC, obviously he's done a lot of squatting, cleaning, whatever he is doing. Because I think scored 3 tries for the Moana Pacifica on the weekend, and I think with Adi Severe leaving, it kind of just looks at possibly Miracle Faiilagi might be the answer in terms of what Adi Severe gave them last year. Seems like Miracle Faiilagi might be doing the same, considering how he went so good on that first game against the Drua.
And I know I picked them, Brad.
Mate, you had me the whole week. I was terrible. I didn't pick the Waratahs. I picked the Drua. I had a shocking week.
I don't think they're getting enough love for how hot that was to go over there and win.
Yeah.
Like 20-minute, 3-minute breaks, 20-minute half time. I don't know. They were falling off a cliff rapidly in that last 20, but they are fit. That is not a place that you can. Whew, I was like, it was tough to it was well into your mid-30s. Humidity probably at 80%. Man, that was impressive.
So, Brendan, you got to hit them hard and hit them early in those conditions, right? That's what they did.
The fact that they got it to such a great start, and whether they talked about getting a great start, but look, I think the fact that they were 21-0 up after 16 minutes, and I guess that try just after half time, when you kind of saw the Fijian draw coming at the back of that first half, they scored that try, and then they were able to hold on, because especially in Lautoka, I've talked around a lot how teams really struggle. Crusaders have struggled there. A lot of other teams have been able to struggle, but I think to Jipper's point, the fitness and the capability to be able to score that try in the 77th minute to ice that game, to be able to stay in it and try in conditions, the first game of the year, that's a hell of a result for the Moana Pacific. I didn't pick them. I picked the Drua. I didn't pick a lot of teams right, actually. If we were still doing that draft, the picks, Ross, I'd be an absolutely last in the competition. So a hell of a result. So the consistency hasn't changed, boys. Whether it's 2026, I'm the same. I'm miserable. So
I was so
very good
close.
result for the Moana Pacific.
I was so close to crowing because I was adamant if the Blues won, I was like, I'm going 5 from 5 here. There's no way the Brumbies are losing. And I was about to chirp him, and I just thought, keep your powder dry because you'll jinx the Blues.